Hi again all. In this video we're going to take a look at our history of trading first round picks. Coming up. Well guys, I got a question for you. How many first rounders have the Buffalo Sabres traded where they did not trade and getting, swapping a first round? I didn't count those. There was like 4 or 5 of those in our history. I don't count those because we're moving up positions. We're giving a first and a fourth to move up 2 spots, and that doesn't count. I'm telling when we're going with first rounder for player, okay? Players in a deal, and we don't get back anything like that. We don't get a first rounder back. How many times has it happened? 6 times in our entire history, guys. It happens about once a decade. So, you would think more, right? I was kind of surprised researching this and saying, wow, it's only 6 times in our entire history. So we're going to go over it. And folks, I'm going to try and get this video in about a 12-minute, 10-minute span. Let's get at it so I can do this. All right, we're going to go from the first one to the most current one that's happened. Here's the first one. Here's the clip. Sabres acquire on October 1st, 1975, Jacques Richard, and we send over to the Atlanta Flames Larry Carrier, 1976 first rounder, the 15th pick in that draft. And here, folks, is the result of that, okay, of Jacques Richard in Buffalo. And you can see between the pink lines, you can clearly see in Buffalo, 21 games, 2 goals, no assists. In Buffalo, again, the next year, he played the next year in the minors, came back the next year, 61 games, 10 goals, 15 assists for 25 points. That was it. But I would tell you, look down to 1980-81 in Quebec, what he did. It was like a one-hit wonder. 52 goals, 51 assists. I've talked about him before on the channel, 103 points, and that was it. The next year, 15 goals again. Everything was it was just one of those years. So, we're all for 1. On the first one, it was a wash. It didn't work out. Jacques Richard did not work out in Buffalo. He had that one big year in Quebec. That was it. Okay, here comes the second one. Okay, Michael Grosick, Darryl Shannon go to the Winnipeg Jets for Craig Muni and the 1996 first round pick. And folks, look who that first round pick was. Danny Briere. Ironic, isn't it? So we ironically traded the pick that Danny Briere became. That first rounder became Danny Briere. So we lost that pick too, I think. But Grosick, Shannon put in some good time in Buffalo. It wasn't a complete wash because we did get Muni was nothing there. But the first round pick, I don't like, when you trade a first rounder, you got to win that trade, and it's not easy to do. It's not. It's just not. Usually you don't win the trade. So the first round pick, I would say they won the deal, of course, getting Danny Briere in the draft. But, right, Grosick, Shannon did play some years in Buffalo, so we can't really say that was a complete wash, but if you knew it was going to be Danny Briere, would you make the deal? No, right? All right, here comes the third one. Teemo Helbling and Danis Zubris. Danis Zubris, of course, I really liked him when we got him, actually. And we traded, to get them, we traded Yuri Novotny and a 2007 first-round pick. And the first-round pick was Nick Petrecki. And I could tell you nothing happened there with his career. I didn't clip it out, but nothing happened there. But let's take a look at what we got back. Let's look at Teemo Helbling. And you can see there, nothing happened. He played 11 games in his career. He had 1 assist. And he played 9 games for Tampa and 2 games for Washington. The next clip, Danis Zubris. Okay, this one, also, look, he played in Buffalo 19 games after we got that trade. Okay, he played 19 games, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. But, I liked him. I know he in the playoffs that year, he got no goals, but I liked Zubris. I was hoping we keep him, and I remember he signed in Jersey. And I wasn't impressed. I was mad. I was mad we made that deal after that. I really was, because it was a waste of a first round. It's another example of a waste of a first round. Trading that first round draft pick brought us 4 goals. That's it. You know, so it's like, it is what it is. I mean, look, it was a number 28 pick, but come on, you know. You gotta be sure when you make a deal like that. Okay, we're on to number 4 out of 6. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Here we got Kasdorf, Bogosian, Kane, and the Sabres send over Lemieux, Brandon Lemieux, Joel Armia, Drew Stafford, Tyler Myers, and the first round pick of 2015. And who was that first round pick that Winnipeg got? Jack Roslovic. Yeah, they got back Jack Roslovic. And I don't think, even though they got Roslovic, that this was a loss. I don't think it was a loss, because when we traded Kane, we got another first round back. You know, it worked out in the end. That trade did work out in the end. It wasn't a major win, but it was, I would say I liked this deal when we made it at the time, I remember, but I don't like giving up first rounders even back as many as 7-8 years ago. Guys, long before this channel, I don't like giving up first rounders. Okay, number 5. So I'm not going to say we won that deal. We broke even. So we're 0 for 3. We're 0-3-1 so far. Okay, 2 more to go. Oh, God. This has got to be the worst ever. Robin Leonard, David Legwand, who was way past his prime, to Buffalo for a first-round pick. And that first-round pick was Colin White. Colin White's turned into a good bottom player over in Ottawa. He's, you know, it's not like he's putting up striking numbers or anything, but you can see a few years right before COVID, looked like he was about to start, you know, 14 goals, 27 assists, and he hasn't been able to capture that since. We lost this deal, though. You know what? We lost this deal. Getting Robin Leonard for a 7th round pick, I'd say we lost the deal. Can't stand him. Jeez. I'm such an anti-Leonard guy. You know, like, and Legwand was finished, really. I mean, what was the point in getting him? I don't get it. Okay, moving on to number 1. The most current one. See if you can guess it before I show it to you, okay? I'll give you a few seconds. And here we go. That's right, you might recall Brandon Montour. We sent over Brendan Gooley and a 2019 first round pick, which I never understood even then, why we gave up a first to get him. Not that Montour's bad, but I think we could have got him for a second for sure, even then. And who did that first round pick become? This young man called Braden Tracy, who's played 1 NHL game, but he's still a kid, he's 21. So there's no way to know what's happening with him. Ducks fans would know better than anybody. And that's that. So I wanted to look through that. I thought that was interesting because, you know, we've never traded a first round player in our entire history 1 for 1. Like, I'll give you a first rounder if you give me that guy. We never did it once. Isn't that weird? In our entire history. I mean, for me, guys, that's really bizarre. It's just one of those things. And I expected many more than the 6 I showed you guys. I really expected a lot more. I thought I'd find about a dozen over the, I mean, I looked at our entire history from 1970 right through. And I was like, wow. Now there was 4 that, you know, I think it was 4 that we had exchanged first rounders. I'm not going to count those. You know, that doesn't count because you're manipulating your draft position is all you're doing. You see, I'm a GM and I'm saying, hey, look, I'm going to give you like a 6th rounder or a 4th rounder and our 1st rounder if we can move up 2 spots. We actually did that just to move up 1 spot with some other team. I forget what it was, so I was looking at that. And I found it very interesting, guys, that Briere, his name came into this in that deal. I was really like, wow. Like, so we had indirectly sent Briere, you know, over to Winnipeg before they became Arizona. It's just kind of weird is my thoughts on it, guys. So if I was going to rate it, and I'm going to give a quick rating, I'd say really fast, definitely 0 for 1, 0 for 2, Even though Grosick and Shannon, were okay. It wasn't, they were bad. Then we got 0 for 3. The Zubris one, 4 goals, came back, and we gave up a first. 0 for 3. The Evander Kane, we broke even. That's a tie. The Leonard, we lost. 0-4-1. Brandon Montour, 0-5-1. See, guys, historically speaking, it doesn't work trading your first-round picks. You better be sure what you're getting back. You better be sure they're going to sign with you, whatever it takes. You can't throw first-rounders out there like it's confetti. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's it, guys. I got another one coming your way. I got to get on it. See you there.